book really ties in the history of the place. It also ties in the creative, the poetry of the place, and also the photography. The photography is sort of documentary, but it's not 100%. You know, I think with the stories that go with it, it just adds a new layer to it. So it's got multiple layers.
I've been fascinated with it for a long time, ever since I saw it when I was in high school from the back of an activity bus riding to a baseball game. I'd never been through there, and I wanted to know, what is this place?
What really interested me about the place, though, was my grandparents and my ancestors all worked at mills and lived in mill houses, and this seemed like a way I could really kind of understand a little bit more of their way of life.
It's the history, it's the people that come from there, it's the community that's connected to it. It truly is a central hub for our culture, and I don't think people realize that. They know it's important, they know it's historical, they know it looks really neat because it's abandoned, but I don't think they realize how much really came out of that little mill village and mill villages in general in our area.
I've thought about it from my own perspective as a person who writes poetry quite a bit. I've probably written 50 or 60 poems, or maybe more than that, about that place over the years. So it's one of my obsessions, I have to admit.
This is a whole new world I got to explore, and every time I went, something would surprise me that I would find.
And it's that life, that energy, it's just there. Until you go there in person and you actually feel it, it's inexplicable. It takes over me. I mean, it's more than just talking, it's not just words, it's the feelings, it's the ideas, the creativity that pops into your head just being there on site.
It is a collaboration between Clayton Joe Young, who I consider to be one of the best photographers in North Carolina at this time, and Carroll, who wrote a master's thesis on her idea for preserving the village, and then my poems, which are responses to the photographs that Clayton took in the village.
It's one of those places that it seems like it's still intact. It feels like I'm like on a movie set.
It almost like the property tells you what it wants to be, right? And so it was very easy for us from a design perspective to figure out what we want to do with this property, because it's obvious. These houses want to be lived in. That's why they've stood there for so long. I mean, they want to sit where they are. The trees, the maple trees that are growing along the road want to be there, and they want to expand. That's why they've done so well. It's the little things like this that when you're out there, they speak to you.
I think the idea that this place once existed as a self-sustaining community where they did almost everything there except for their school. We just really don't have anything like it. And it's kind of a cross between the farm and the city, because it still has that really lovely pastoral location.